It's after 2 a.m. and that's asking a lot of you right now. All she talking about is coming soon.
What's up, y'all? What is good? What is good? Welcome back. Now, this took me for a loop. We got a lot to impact with this, so let's get into it. Now, Kenya Moore has officially decided not to go back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, Kenya has been on the show for a very, very long time. She was one of the originals, I would say, between her and Sheree, because remember Sheree's not coming back. So after Nene and Phaedra and all them, it was just her and Portia that was still the originals. And now all this is going on between her and a new castmate named Brittany Eadie. Now, Brittany and Kenya got into it. Kenya did her normal fashion of what Kenya always does and decided to leak some information and audio. So this is the new cast after they booted Kenya. Kenya was there. It's Shamia, it's Drew, Portia, Brittany, and I forgot the other two ladies' name, forgive me, but we're getting to know them. They will be added to the show. They are added to the show, sorry. And we're going to get to know them now. I know that those three of those ladies are friends, and I'm not sure. It's kind of separated right now with all that is going on. So we're going to give y'all the rundown of what happened and how all of this started. And what transpired for Kenya from going from suspended to basically saying, I'm not coming. Okay, so basically a couple of weeks, maybe almost a month, we got word early June of this year that Page Six did confirm that the Real Housewives star Kenya Moore shot party attendants at her Kenya Moore hair spa Thursday night with posters of series newcomer Brittany Eadie alleging performing set eggs. We're told Eadie was not present for the display and that contrary to the report, she did not subsequently threaten Moore with a gun. At no time was Kenya ever threatened with a weapon, nor was there ever a weapon presented during the course of production. A source close to the production exclusively tells Page Six that we're told the incident was filmed. It's unclear whether it will air, okay? So Kenya had More Care, which is located in Atlanta. We live in Atlanta, you know the location. Now, if you live in Atlanta, I'm going to tell you where it's at, honey. It's on Peachtree and Chamblee. I'll go up there and get your hair done. She got some great reviews. Shout out to Kenya. Hair care has opened. It's a spa for the hair. She finally opened it. You know, they serve wine. They tell you what your hair needs, what kind of treatment. You get a hair massage, a facial, honey, and a body massage while you at the shampoo bowl. That is it. And that's what's going on, honey. It's the luxury hairstyle in Atlanta. So she basically opened it up in June. I remember seeing the reviews that people trying to post mean things, but she finally opened it up in June. That she was saying that she was opening up in June, I believe June 12th. So they already started filming because when we talked about Portia and her legal issues with her husband, now they were filming at the hair care, and some of the ladies were in attendance except for Brittany. Now, we're going to have to wait just like everybody else to see who went and told Brittany. But as far as we know, we believe that it was production. We're going to keep it real, a little messy. Production want to make their coins this season. I feel like if they're going to make their coins, they need to be a peach holder, okay? Just how I feel. So basically, it was said that Brittany was not in attendance. I don't know what happened between her and Kenya. I guess things were said. Things were brought up allegedly in Kenya, and the old Kenya fashion fired back. Now, Kenya fired back, and Kenya decided to say and release things about Brittany, claiming that Yo Gotti, what he meant about the Snapchat and the DM, she did it. She was popping it. I guess she referred to Yo Gotti's song with Nicki Minaj. I don't see how. Yeah, it was weird, but she did that. I'm gonna before I play the clip, I'm gonna show y'all a little clip. So it said insurance fraud. Now those are the cards that she had to talk about Brittany. Basically, blaming Brittany for insurance fraud, blaming Brittany allegedly having some kind of actual connections with other people. Now, Brittany, I believe, is married. I'm not sure who she's married to, but we'll see on the upcoming season. But yeah, she is married. Now, I am going to play a little clip of the audio on what happened. Usually when I play this audio, y'all already know that it's just audio, but y'all know, just like when I did Call the Chill, nobody wanted to sit there and air the episode because all the blogs was talking about it, which was lame. I'm going to play the audio, and I'll be back with more commentary after this.
You are paying for all of my gas. Brittany does escort. There's an IG who put her emails out on there. She charges $1,400 for appointment. You not only a hoe, you are cheap. You are cheap. You all cover the magazines, being a star. You all cover the magazines. You all of those hoes, okay? You over here on Snapchat. Your body was like Snapchat me that pussy.
So after it was picked up by the boss, Kenya said, believe none of what you hear and half of what you see. The truth always come to light. So a lot of people was like, they believe Kenya did it. Kenya always play dirty. You know, Kenya always has a motive of doing these things. Like, she'll find something about you and put it out there. So Brittany basically said that, you know, thank you for everyone who has reached out to me about what took place at that event yesterday. I'm still processing the nasty, low, disgusting, vile things that was done to try to hurt me. Bullying and revenge is never okay. Love, Brittany. Brit. Now, this happened, and then there was this girl named Style by Tiffany Rose who was supposed to be on this new season as well. So when she heard about it, she said that Kenya, God don't like ugly. So she basically saying that, hey, God don't like ugly, and X, Y, and Z. So a lot of people want to know what was going on between her and Tiffany Rose. Tiffany Rose released a text that said, what is your beef with Kenya? Tell me tomorrow. She said, oh my God, I can't wait to tell you. She made sure to make a huge deal about me coming on the Housewives of Atlanta show. I was going to be one of the newest of Housewives. And she basically said she lied. Her dress was ugly. And, you know, she tried to find dirt on her and this and that. So Kenya had already had some issues going on. She said it wasn't true. She would never do that. These were stuff that was posted on the internet. This is what happened was posted on the internet. I just used them against her, as she always does. That's just typical Kenya, right? Well, a lot of fan bases feel like, Kenya fan base feel like Kenya is being exiled, just like, you know, Kandi left, the ex Nene and Phaedra out. Cynthia was fired, Sheree was fired, and now it was Kenya, and it's just Portia. A lot of people are starting to feel like because Portia and Shamia are on the show, that Portia and Shamia will have fallen out in order for Shamia to keep her peach. I don't see that happening. I really do see New Girls against the originals, because a lot of people, y'all were begging for, oh, we need fresh faces and we need this and that. And now that the ratings are declining with some of these fresh faces, everybody got something to say. And it's really getting spiced up because y'all claim Cynthia was boring, Phaedra was messy, and now y'all see the ratings, and that's not what people want. Or Kandi didn't have a storyline. It's just a hot mess, okay? So Kandi was promoted for Escape and SWV show, and she had an interview with Young Jock, and this what was said. This was a morning show in Atlanta, and this was what she said in her interview and what they asked. I'll be back with more commentary.
So, Kandi, Housewives, you ain't there no more.
No.
Aren't you glad that you ain't there this season? They pulling out guns and shit. They threatening to shoot people. I don't think that ever happened on the show before.
You know what? I right now I'm like, okay, it's good. I ain't there, good, you know. But Cynthia's like, okay, once the show actually airs, she said I'm gonna miss it then.
Okay.
I don't miss it so much now. And realistically, I do see stuff and I'm like, why they doing that? Like, I don't like the fact that they suspended Kenya.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people's like, she shouldn't have shown that. But this is Housewives. Like, how many times we done did something that you think somebody shouldn't do? So who made the rules? Like, why y'all all of a sudden got such an issue with somebody doing something crazy to somebody. It's
Believe it or not, that
if
drama
it
draws
was in the
too.
public, if it was in the internet, and the girl came at her, it's like, okay, well,
That was the
you
Yeah.
don't get to choose how she come back. So I just wasn't feeling all of that. But hey, we'll see when it come on TV.
Yeah, for
Now, a lot of people felt like with Candy, you said this and that. And the only reason why Phaedra wasn't on the show was because you said you wouldn't work with her. And I kind of agree to that because a lot of people, and then people say, well, that's two different things. It's still the same thing because even though it could have been put out there, we don't know if it was put out there. We don't know. Nobody searched it up, or maybe it was somebody close to Britney that called Kenya and said, hey, I got dirt on her. And most definitely it would be that, allegedly. But for Candy, a lot of people feel like Candy's siding with Kenya. None of her friends never hold her accountable for the stuff she does. Nobody say she wrong or any of that, and they let it slide. So you guys know Mariah had something to say. Now, Mariah have a lot of fan bases asking her to come on the Real Housewives of Atlanta because Phaedra is on Married to Medicine because of the fact that her and Candy could not work together over the lie that was told. So what Mariah said to me sounded true because I've always told y'all production is always behind a lot of things. Here's a clip and I'll be back with more commentary.
Everybody keeps saying it. So maybe, hold on, let's talk this thing through. Buffster, listen, Lake told me to stop saying so many no's.
Look over TikTok. It used to be for young girls like us.
Listen, let's talk this thing. Let's talk this thing through.
You tried it. Y'all have us the same age. You tried it.
Okay, so you said Mariah don't want to go on. I would be arguing with all the people. No. I like Portia and I like Shamia.
I like Shamia and Portia.
Yeah.
I like Kenya.
But that's why I wouldn't go on because I like them girls. You always fall out with the people you like or the people you bring on.
Girl, I was kidding
Ooh,
about
I'm gonna give
Zeus.
y'all now.
I
That's
was kidding. Y'all know that was a joke, right?
Listen, for real. If you're on a I'm gonna teach on that. So if you're on a reality show, understand this: don't bring your best friend on, don't bring your sister on, don't bring your cousin on.
Don't bring your husband on unless you got a good marriage like we got.
Don't brag on mine, cause I know how to do. I don't brag on marriages when I don't put nothing past nobody. I love my husband. He's everything.
Always want to go get on the wrong team.
They do. But listen, if you're on reality TV, unscripted, any type of unscripted, especially some type of show that has a what you call a cast?
Ensemble.
Ensemble. I let y'all say the word. I don't like to say it anymore. I have actually
All right,
retired.
y'all. I pinned Mariah's page again.
But
Go
listen,
follow her.
if you ever on an ensemble cast, don't bring your friends on. It's so messed up to say, but they bring your friends on so they can be the ones that boss up and go against you and take you down. And so the only thing I fear with Real Housewives of Atlanta is what they're gonna do with Shamia
It's I take Portia down.
and Portia.
Because Portia and Kenya has become good girlfriends. And Shamia
Kenya ain't on it no more. Allegedly.
We can't talk about that.
Yeah, who can? Guess we can. I ain't under nothing. I ain't talking about anything I want to. I just choose not to talk about it.
Team 12.
Listen, I'm Team Huck.
Shannon is Team 12.
She could twirl on, but listen.
I am not.
But if she did what they said she did, I do believe the producers knew and were involved.
They probably sent her out.
It was pre-production. It's called production.
They
people.
sent her out.
But that's the thing. When is anybody gonna say, "Oh, I should be doing this on TikTok"? But listen, when
You
is
on
somebody?
TikTok?
Oh, I'm on TikTok.
Yes.
Oh, I'm TikToking finally. Yes. Okay, so listen. Why is it that now everybody get fired? If you don't have rules in place, then how can you hold people accountable? It's bullshit. Like,
Let's keep going. We need more.
it's-
Mariah.
no, seriously, Buffy. They don't have any rule. How they gonna hold her accountable if they set all the
Because
stuff
we're not
up?
in
Who
the
set up the
union.
posters of the? Yeah, we should
We
be in
need
the
to be in the
unscripted.
union because if we was in the union, these are already guidelines and rules and regulations that we were already
You are
know
correct.
from the beginning.
But people don't realize this. I was one of the first person to come out and unscripted and say we need to be in the union. Nobody took it serious. Nene Leak will tell you that. Brian Friedman will tell you that. I know Bethany Frankel is taking the flag, and that's what people see and hear, and I think it's amazing.
I agree with what Mariah said. I feel like it should be more of a union, like working on a movie set. There are things you can and cannot do, things in place. I feel like Bravo, I've said it before, when it comes to Real Housewives of Atlanta, when it comes to all the Atlanta franchises, even with VH1, even Love and Hip Hop Atlanta and Bravo, I feel like it is being watered down. All this, oh, sisterhood bull crap, and it's really not. And it's a lot of take down and pick sides. And I feel like the new girls decided to say, hey, we're going to pick this side, and the old girls decided to stay where they at, okay? So B. Scott, who was great friends with Kenya, rode for Kenya. Kenya was one of his favorite housewives. Cool with Kenya, cool with Nene, grew a relationship with them, even have a nice little cordial relationship with Portia. Now, these are work relationships. I'm not sure if it's a relationship, but I'm speaking on that work relationship and how, they talk on live and stuff like that. He's a blogger. He's been doing his thing. This is what he had to say, and I'll be back with more commentary.
Nude photos, scandals, all of that to me is just something that I don't want any part of. And it feels very like this is not Atlanta Housewives.
Yeah, what was your initial reaction when you first saw the headlines about what happened between Brittany and Kenya? And then also, what do you think of Kenya being suspended?
I just thought it was very lowbrow. It was definitely something that Kenya didn't need to do. It was at a level that Bravo decided to suspend her. And I think Bravo is under, and NBC Universal is under, a number of ongoing lawsuits that some of which are sexual in nature. Hi, I am B. Scott, the one and only, and here are my top 5 housewives. Number 1, Lisa Vanderpump. I love her because she is just like Dynasty. If you think about it, she's the only housewife that successfully spun off and did her own show as a hit. Number 2 would be Nene. I think that no one has that comedic quality that she has. Nene is like the quickest, funniest one-liners you would ever hear on any Housewives franchise. Number 3 would be Teresa from Housewives of New Jersey. She is a firecracker. I would never forget her flipping the table over. Number 4, Vicki from Housewives of Orange County. It was so new back then, and she was an integral part of setting up the path and the pattern for all the other housewives. Number 5, Ethne from New York.
I'm going to keep it frank and I'm going to keep it honest. You saw what he said about Kenya, my bad. Kenya. And let me tell you something. If you watch Kenya from her first season on up, you will know Kenya probably did do that. And he wasn't lying. And shout out to Bro Chat. Hi. Y'all go check out Bro Chat. Trust me, they got the best content. On Instagram, on YouTube, go follow and subscribe. But yeah, Kenya know what she was doing. Kenya has done stuff this before. Now, is this television? Yes, because Kenya gonna bring the check. But that was a very low blow, okay? Well, we all know Candy is Team Kenya. She doesn't see Kenya to do nothing wrong. Kenya had a valid reason. That's her friend to the end. She's going to stick with her. That's Kenya only retaliate if people bother her. Kenya is not a bully, and it was funny because she was a very big bully to Kim Fields. I'm sorry, let's call a spade a spade. She bullied Kim Fields. Nobody did anything. They tried to talk to her. They didn't stand up for it, especially Candy. And it was giving fans and myself to think that Candy does let Kenya slide and don't let her other friends slide. I don't know what it is about Kenya, maybe because she knows stuff about her, but this is what else she had to say. I'll be back with more commentary.
Leaving one of her platforms, which is the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You guys already know I was gone top of the year, and I had made that decision for myself. But unfortunately, my girl Kenya, she was a part of this season, and then there was an incident that happened. I wasn't there. I can't give you a detail of what happened, but it makes me sad. I'm not lying about how I feel because she is my friend. I do love her. I do not know the other young lady, so it's not a diss to her. It's just simply, I just feel like Kenya, I know she goes far sometimes, right? And I get it. But I have never known her to make up anything about anybody. And if things are out there about you, when you join on a reality show, unfortunately, people are able to pull up things that you've done and share them. And not to say that it's always a nice thing to do or that it's a cool thing to do, but it happens. And I just kind of hate how, because of the situation, she had, they decided to part ways or whatever. And I just felt like, well, dang, like it wasn't nothing else we could do. We couldn't have just said, okay, because I just feel like Kenya is a major part of the show. And I feel like this is the end of an era. I don't care who disagrees. I feel like it's the end of the era. It doesn't matter if you didn't like her or whatever. You always going to need somebody who doesn't mind being real and keeping it 100 on camera, pushing the story, meaning like bringing up things that other people be trying to avoid the topic, and you got to have that person, or else everybody's just going to be talking about only what they think is cool for them. They're not going to necessarily take on the hard conversations on the show. And so I think she's one of those people who made sure that people spoke about what they had to speak about.
Okay, so Kenya basically said on her story, you can try to destroy a legacy, but you'll never destroy a queen, Kenya. Now, this is where it all comes down. So I don't know if she learned the lesson from Nene. I kind of feel like this is a Nene karma situation. I'm going to tell y'all why towards the end of the video. She kind of followed in the same footsteps as Nene, but, Teresa took to her story and she shared it and said, love you, beautiful, at Kenya with the crowns, all the pictures they took, and then she said, thank you, sisters, love and prayers. Now, a lot of people was like, girl, Teresa, you done flipped tables and you still there. And, when Nene said the issue about Bravo and how there were things targeting the black shows, Kenya deflated and was like, oh, she just need this and that, da-da-da. And Nene basically said that Kenya is great for the show, but Kenya knows what Kenya be doing. And I kind of agree with it, because I agree when Nene did her interview and Kenya with the interview with Carlos. I agree when both of them said that people don't want to work no more. And the ladies are coming to make the money for a show, and other people are getting tired out. So this is what Nene protected by Kenya. And I'll be back with more commentary.
To ask Bravo why they're cutting her out of many episodes this season.
Okay, but you're saying that she's being phased out?
Well, I think she is.
She's fighting to stay on the show.
But I think that she would love for me to be gone so she could be, in her mind, the head of the show or the queen of the show or the one that everyone is talking about. With me there, it's very difficult for her to have that kind of thing. And I also think that if I leave the show and Kenya stays on the show, she will be the demise of the show.
Why do you say that?
Because she's a nasty girl. Her attitude is nasty. She's not a cool girl. None of the girls, she tries to talk about the girls doesn't like me. None of them like her. I mean, her attitude is stank. And I always feel like no matter what I do, it's very hard for them to forgive. But they forgive each other in 5 seconds all the time. And they've done worse things to each other than I've ever done to them. And everybody makes mistakes. And I feel like I've definitely made mistakes, but I also feel like my mistakes are forgivable. Last year, my husband had cancer, and I was his caretaker. I dealt with so much last year, and I feel like I don't get a break for that, or I don't get any sympathy for that because of Nene. And we never had cancer in our home before. So I feel like everybody was like, well, last year. And I'm like, girl, last year, I don't even know who I was last year.
I'm going to say I agree with Nene. Nene warned them the situation, and it looked like it played out, especially when Kenya was like, oh, she the queen. Nene, even though her and Nene had their spats, they worked well together, but Nene didn't lie. A lot of girls on the show did not like Kenya without Nene. You had Sonya, and you had Well, Mayetta liked her. You had Drew, who had her spat with her. You had Marlo. A lot of them didn't like her, but Candy. And, you know, we ain't gonna lie, Mayetta. I'm being honest. So I feel like Kenya did get that spot in that place. But at the same time, I feel like Kenya took it too far. Even though that's out there, that's still revenge porn, and that's a lawsuit, right? And like B. Scott said, you know, that's a lawsuit. That's a big lawsuit. They already have enough. Speaking of lawsuits, she also took it to the net, you know, in the thing of Dini saying that she wanted to file a discrimination lawsuit against the network because Tom Seldivar, I hope I said his name right, was still on salary, still getting money, doing whatever he did, when he kind of like slipped and showed a picture. Now, from what I heard, allegedly he slipped and showed a picture. It wasn't on the show like she did, but when slipped and showed a picture of somebody having intercourse or naked, it was still revenge porn. But what people have to understand is, and this is by law, this is the law everywhere you do get arrested. Let's be honest. And then that's another thing they have to pick up with Kenya in a lawsuit. I don't feel like it's a discrimination. I have to get more on it, and I'll probably be back with it. But I feel like Kenya right now needs a break. I feel like when she sat here and was talking about Phaedra being off the show, that was her karma, this and that. And I feel like Kenya karma of how she treated people, especially bullied Kim Fields for no reason, is coming back on her. I feel like the things she said is coming back on her, and I love Kenya. I do. I feel like Candy doesn't hold Kenya accountable because I feel like Candy has shared some secrets with Kenya, and if they fall out, the secrets are out there. I'm just gonna be honest. But, you know, I like Candy. Do I wish she would have come back? Absolutely. Do I feel like the new girls are fit? I don't know. I feel like maybe one of them was staying there, be adding more new faces. But this is what the people had asked for, and y'all don't remember y'all asked for this. Now y'all got new faces and new things going on. Now, don't give these girls a hard time when they hit this show. Don't give these girls a hard time when they hit that screen, because y'all gonna be talking junk, you're gonna be judging, you're gonna be doing this and that. Don't give them a hard time, because y'all asked for new faces, and now y'all have it. And the only person that is still part of the franchise, since she has been on the show day one, either she stopped or not, is Portia Williams, okay? She's the only one that has stood 10 toes down. Nene is gone. Phaedra is gone. Lisa Wu, Kim Zolciak, Candy, all of them is gone. I feel like they should add Mariah. I'm going to tell you why they should add Mariah. Phaedra done took her little big booty stuff on over to Meredith Medicine. Honey, and got her spot. And I feel like Phaedra should come back too. I feel like it should be a mix between the two. It'd be nice to see. I mean, they are part of the Black Mecca, in Atlanta. I feel like Phaedra should come back because Candy is gone. I feel like she can work on Meredith Medicine and she can work on Real Housewives of Atlanta if that's part of the contract, because sometimes contracts do say you can't be affiliated with two, and I feel like Mariah should go on it as well. I feel like Nene needs to get her peach back, Cynthia needs to get her peach back, and Phaedra needs to get her peach back because Candy not coming back. So I don't know why she did all that and then decided to be X'd out from the show. I feel like Kenya should get her peach back. I feel like Kenya, this is the cast that we not met, but this is the cast that it was growing. Like, the ratings was off the chain. The season was perfect. It matched. It was organic. The girls had so much shade. They got along, but they did their thing. And I feel like this is what we need. I'm not sure what the new girls bring. I'm going to give them a chance. But I will tell you this. If it come on that Kendra did more than what she did, I'm sorry, Kenya. Why I keep calling her Kendra? I'm sorry, Kenya. Kenya did more than what she did. I'm telling you now, a lot of her fan bases, they're not going to be supportive. They're going to feel like she lied. They're going to feel like she was being a bully. I don't know if they'll show it. I don't know if they'll air it because of the lawsuit. So I'm not sure what the lawsuit entails. But knowing that it is in Atlanta, you probably won't see Kenya scenes. I feel like Nene needs to come back. Nene is very organic. We want to know the whole dynamic between Nene and Portia. What was the reason for the fallout? Why does she feel like Portia stopped her checks? We want to know from Portia why she felt like she had to stop her checks, or did she not? We want to know the whole dynamic of what happened to their friendship. Did this have to do with Simon, old messy Uncle Ass? Yes, Simon, old messy Uncle Ass, going around hanging out. I said what I said because I've been said that how that man was, but I gave him the benefit of the doubt. But I knew what it was going to entail, and I said this. But I feel like it's because of him. I feel like because he's used Nene, or having a friendship with Nene's boyfriend or significant other, to get under Portia's skin. And when he realized that didn't work, he decided to try other things. Do I feel like Kenya deserves to come back? Absolutely. Do I feel like the lawsuit should be halted? I sure do. I feel like the lawsuit should be stopped right now. They need to work out some things with the lawyers, try to push her to come back on the show, because Kenya is organic. Did Kenya take it too far? Kenya always take it too far. Kenya, the only person she couldn't take it too far with was Marlo. I don't know why. Marlo and Nene, I don't know why she couldn't take it too far with them. She learned with Portia. She tried with Phaedra. It just... I don't know why she couldn't take it too far with anybody else. I don't. I feel like... I don't know what Brittany did. We'll see. But I don't feel like Brittany did anything for her to take it over the edge. Now, Brittany did to her, she'll be upset, mad, impressed, honey. So I do want to know you guys' thoughts. Do you think Kenya took it too far, and who you would like to see get a peach back? I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and follow me on all my social media platforms, and let me know your thoughts and comments in the comment section. Thank you guys for watching. Later.
Come and see me for once. Come and see me for once. You don't ever come to me. You don't ever come to me. All she ever says, come and see me for once. Come and see me.